First offender treatment in Georgia is a great thing. It gives folks that have made a mistake a second bite at the apple, right? Where you might have had a really bad day, made a bad decision, and you don't want it to ruin your life. You can use something called first offender. And there's a lot of things that go into whether that's a good idea or not, depending on your circumstances. It applies to most charges, but not some of the more serious ones. But one question we get is, this isn't going to show up on my record, right? It's first offender. Kind of. First offender is not perfect, but it is better than being a felon. A lot of times, there's a lot of different ways people can run a background check, right? They might just go to the clerk's office and check. They might have access to like a formal one. But what you can do is you can go to the sheriff's office and get a copy of your GCIC, your Georgia Crime Information Center report. It's your rap sheet. And it's going to show you, if you ask for an E code, which is employment, what employers can see who are running these background checks. And a lot of times it's just going to show either first offender complete or like time restricted or something. So a lot of these guys are going to know that you were arrested, right? But you may have to explain that it was not a conviction, okay? Most employers these days ask whether you've ever been charged with a crime, not whether you've been convicted of a crime, okay? And, you know, from an employment standpoint, I'm not an employment lawyer, but lying to them is not going to get you very far generally, because they're going to find out, and then instead of explaining that you're not a convicted felon, you're going to be explaining why you lied on your resume, but realistically you're probably never going to have that chance because they're not going to interview you if you lied. So can employers see that you had that charge? Yes, probably so, okay? But are you convicted? No. Are you going to be able to explain that you're not convicted? Yes. Is it better to have time restricted or first offender completed or something like that on your GCIC than it is to have a felony conviction? Absolutely.